Ruben Amorim is planning a major squad overhaul at Manchester United. 6 players are already on their way out. Chelsea have set their sights on Bellingham, but is this realistic or just wishful thinking? The Saudis have made an offer for Barcelona star that even Laporta might seriously consider. Liverpool are entering the race for Marcus Thuram. All this and much more in today's episode. Guys, as always, let's aim for 250 likes on today's video. Your support helps us create even more incredible content. Now, let's move on to the latest transfer rumours. Liverpool, going after Marcus Thuram. Yep, you heard that right. The same guy from Inter who's been absolutely on fire this season. He's scoring for fun, wrecking defenders, and cementing himself as one of Serie A's deadliest forwards. But is he really worth £70 million? Or are Liverpool about to overpay for another overhyped signing? Stats-wise, he's got 15 goals this season, but he's more than just numbers. He can play as a centre-forward or out wide, bringing size, pace and technical ability. Sounds like the full package, right? Well, here's the catch. Thuram has never been a pure number 9. He's no Lewandowski, Haaland or even Kane. Even in his best season, he's functioned more like a winger, and Liverpool already have plenty of those. Jota, Diaz, Gakpo, so where does he even fit? Dropping £70 million on a forward who's pushing 28? That's a gamble. Hasn't the club learned from the Nunez saga? £70 million isn't outrageous, but for that kind of cash, why not go for Osimhen or Isak instead? Then again, in today's insane market, reasonable pricing is basically a myth. The real question is, what happens with Nunez? While he keeps fluffing chances even your grandma would bury, Thuram looks like the more reliable option. But if Arne Slot truly believes he can mold Nunez into an elite striker, do Liverpool really need to spend big again? Meanwhile, Arsenal and Chelsea are circling, and Inter are desperate to hold on to him. Expect plenty of drama in this transfer saga. Thuram is a quality player, but is he the saviour Liverpool need? It all comes down to Slot's vision and the system he wants to implement. If they pull the trigger, it might just pay off, but for £70 million, you'd expect someone more clinical. What do you think? Should Liverpool go all in for Thuram or stick with Nunez? Let us know in the comments. Guys, what kind of hypnosis trick are they using in Saudi Arabia? Do they seriously think that if they just stare at Rafinha long enough, he'll suddenly go, "Fine, you got me"? Al Hilal has been chasing him for over a year now, and yet he's still at Barca. Last summer, the Saudis slapped €100 million on the table. Barcelona didn't seem to mind, but Rafinha took one look at the contract and went, €15 million a year? Nah, guys, I'm not ready to retire just yet. The Brazilian made it crystal clear. He's not interested in his so-called retirement league where players just cash in and take it easy. And here's the twist. You'd think he might become surplus to requirements in Barcelona's attack. But nope, Rafinha completely flipped the script. Over 40 goal contributions in a season. The guy's absolutely tearing it up on the wing, scoring, assisting, and becoming a real leader at Barca. Now, the Catalans are making their move. Barca wants to extend his contract and lock Rafinha down. His salary? Word is, it'll be one of the biggest at the club. And honestly, that makes perfect sense. They've already secured Pedri, Gavi and Araujo. Right now, they're negotiating with De Jong, and in the summer, Lamine Yamal turns 18. He'll be getting a new deal too. But what about Al Hilal? They just won't give up. Rumour has it they'll try again this summer. But let's be real, if €15 million wasn't enough to tempt Rafinha a year ago, what's going to change now? Unless they go all in and double the offer to €30 million a year. Then, maybe, just maybe, he'd have something to think about. But here's the real question. Would Barca even let him go? With those stats, with that level of impact, Hansi Flick would probably move to Riyadh himself before agreeing to that transfer. So, what do you guys think? Will Rafinha stay at Barca, or will he finally give in to the power of oil and Saudi money? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's captain, the soul of their defence, their last line of protection, could be leaving Anfield this summer. And not just leaving, but potentially for a minimal fee since his contract hasn't been extended yet. What on earth is happening? How could anyone allow the cornerstone of their defence, a leader with Gerrard's charisma and the power of a tank, to walk away as a free agent? While Liverpool plays the silent game, top clubs are already circling. Who's in the mix? Real Madrid, apparently looking to build a collection of defenders since they're willing to offer a contract to 34-year-old Virgil. Though honestly, after playing 3,500 minutes this season, he looks fresher than half of Los Blancos' current backline. No joke. Atletico Madrid, surprise contender. VVD hasn't been linked with them before, but Simeone loves powerful, no-nonsense centre-backs, which makes this move a perfect fit. And a contract until 2027? Not too shabby. Bayern Munich, straightforward situation here. Company, a former elite centre-back himself, sees Van Dijk as his spiritual successor, while Munich's defence currently collapses like a house of cards under any decent pressure. But wait, there's more. The Saudi League is ready to swoop in with briefcases full of petrodollars, but apparently Virgil still wants to compete at the highest level. So, what's next? Personally, I think Liverpool needs to wake up. If Van Dijk leaves, who'll anchor the defence? Is Konate really ready to step up? That's a big question for Liverpool. Let me know in the comments where you'd like to see Van Dijk. I think he's perfect for La Liga. Intelligent, durable, an absolute wall. But if he stays, Liverpool absolutely must give him the mega contract he deserves. Otherwise, it's just another transfer market disaster. Arsenal aren't just open to selling Alexander Zinchenko, they're desperate to get rid. The Daily Mail says Arsenal are putting him up for sale this summer. No shock there. This season, he's lost his guaranteed starting spot. Timber's back, they've signed Calafiori, and Louis Skelly's breaking through. Competition is brutal. But here's the real question. Do Arsenal seriously think anyone's paying big money for Zinchenko? He's 28, injury-prone, and let's be honest, positionally, he's a liability. Yeah, he's decent going forward, but defensively, let's be real, any half-decent Premier League winger puts him under pressure and he falls apart. And get this, Tomiyasu and even Gabriel Jesus could be on the way out too. Oh, and Partey, Tierney and Jorginho walking away for free. Top-tier business strategy, lads. Sell your key players for scraps and let the rest walk for free. Honestly, this could mess up Arteta's squad big time. Who the hell is filling these gaps? Looks like Arsenal need another £100 million signing. Otherwise, they're in trouble next season. So, what do you think? Serie A for Zinchenko, or is there a shock move coming? Chelsea is on the hunt for young talent once again. This time, they've set their sights on Joby Bellingham, the younger brother of that Real Madrid superstar. And you know what's ironic? The Londoners already missed out on his older brother. Chelsea had the chance to sign Jude back when he was developing at Birmingham, but they let it slip away. Now, they're trying to make up for that mistake with his younger brother. But wait, it's not just Chelsea in the race. Borussia Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, Tottenham, and even Crystal Palace are already competing for Job. Seriously? Palace? That's cute. But come on, who really thinks Bellingham 2.0 would pick a mid-table club over Champions League football? At 19 years old, with 32 championship matches under his belt, he's already standing out at Sunderland. The kid's good, no doubt, but Chelsea? Besides their billion-pound squad, they've already stockpiled young players to the brim. Where's the space for Bellingham? Who can guarantee he won't end up as just another talent lost in the blue chaos? Just imagine, they sign Job, put him on the bench next to Lavia, Caicedo, Mudryk and a dozen other young midfielders, and a year later they ship him off to Brighton or send him on loan to Holland. Deja vu? Absolutely. If Job is smart, he needs to think this through. Sure, playing for Chelsea sounds impressive, but actual game time is worth more than hype. Just look at Jude. He chose Dortmund, became a leader, sharpened his skills, and now he's thriving at Real Madrid, enjoying his football. The real question, where will Job go? If Sunderland doesn't get promoted to the Premier League, they'll definitely sell him. But to who? Chelsea is ready to throw money at him, but will they guarantee him a starting spot? Chelsea fans, don't you think the club needs established stars right now instead of another dozen future prospects? If I were Job, I'd seriously consider Germany. They actually give young players a chance. They let you grow, just like his brother did. There's a reason people say history repeats itself, but let's not make the same mistakes. According to fresh reports from Spain, the Gunners are preparing a massive €60 million bid for Jules Koundé. So, Barcelona, do you actually need the cash or not? Why Koundé though? Well, Arsenal desperately needs a top-class centre-back who can not only defend, but also start attacks. Arteta loves his versatile players, and Koundé fits his system perfectly, able to play both at right-back and in central defence. He's quick, great on the ball, and experienced in both La Liga and the Champions League. Plus, the guy has a 90% passing accuracy this season. And what about Barcelona? Of course, Barca is playing the "he's not for sale" card, but let's be real, they're drowning in financial problems. They're even behind schedule with the Camp Nou renovation. They keep telling us the budget is under control. Sure, just like when Laporta swore up and down that Olmo's registration was fine. But wait, they actually want 70 million euros, and now Chelsea is getting involved. And if Man United suddenly comes in, waving 100 million euros, yep, we've heard those rumours before, then we've got ourselves a classic transfer auction, where Arsenal will have to dig deeper into their pockets. So, what's the verdict? If the Gunners are serious about challenging for titles, they need to get Koundé now. In today's crazy market, 60 million euros for the Frenchman isn't even that bad. But can they get the deal done before Barca finds a replacement? By the way, if you, like us, can't live without fresh transfer rumours, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a thing, and tell us in the comments, Koundé to Arsenal, top signing or total flop? Real Madrid reportedly put in a £25 million bid for Trent back in January, an absolute steal for a player of his quality. Naturally, Liverpool didn't even entertain the offer. They shut it down immediately. But here's the real kicker. Trent's contract is up on June 30th, and Real are desperate to sign him before the Club World Cup kicks off on June 14th. And guess what? FIFA is reportedly opening a special transfer window, allowing clubs like Real Madrid to pull off moves like this. Convenient, huh? And Liverpool? They don't seem to be in any rush to extend his contract. Seriously? Are they actually willing to let one of the best right-backs in the world walk away for nothing? Personally, I think that would be the transfer blunder of the year. Real Madrid, of course, are no fools. They're trying to land a superstar for free. But Liverpool, wake up. There's still time to negotiate a decent fee. Push them for at least 30 to 40 million pounds, or this will be an absolute embarrassment. Here's my prediction. Real will probably pull this off, and Liverpool will be left with nothing unless they act fast. But what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Will Liverpool fans forgive the club's management for this potential disaster? And remember, in football, just like in a marketplace, you've got to bargain hard until the very end, or you'll end up empty-handed. Manchester City is back on the prowl. Guardiola wants to sign a new midfield maestro, and this time he's set his sights on João Neves. Yes, that same 20-year-old from PSG who's been making waves in League One. But let's analyse, is this genuinely a worthwhile transfer or just another overhyped rumour? Why is City so aggressively pursuing João Neves? First off, City clearly needs fresh blood in midfield. Bernardo Silva might leave, KDB spends half the season in treatment, and Rodri is still recovering. Kovacic is decent, but where's that special magic? Neves, however, is different. The lad is perfect for Guardiola. He's tough in challenges, technically gifted, has excellent vision, essentially an all-in-one midfielder. He puts in enormous work in the centre and, importantly, applies that relentless pressing that British clubs genuinely struggle to handle. In short, City hasn't set their sights on this talent without reason. But is PSG even willing to sell? This is where things get interesting. The Qatari owners aren't the type to sell easily. They have the money and minimal motivation to offload a top player. But if City throws 90 to 100 million pounds on the table, would PSG even listen? And Neves himself, what do you think is more attractive? Playing alongside Kvaratskhelia and Dembele in a system that doesn't fully utilize his skills, or becoming a crucial cog in Guardiola's machine? The answer seems obvious. My personal take, this transfer would be explosive if it happens. Yes, the price will be insane, but imagine a Rodri-João duo. They'd be like two conductors of an orchestra, simply leaving opponents with no chance. If this deal happens, Premier League rivals should be on high alert. But can City pull this off, considering their record problems with financial fair play? So, let's get the discussion going. Does City need João Neves, or would this be money down the drain? Looks like Manchester United are finally ready for some radical changes. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has taken charge, Ineos are clearing out the deadwood, and a proper clear-out is about to begin. The question is, will they get it right or turn it into another circus? So, who's on the chopping block? 6 first-team players are already set to go, and that's just the start. Casemiro, Antony, Sancho, Malaysia, Rashford, Eriksen, they're all on the way out. The problem? Some are tough to shift. Massive wages for some, baggage for others. Casemiro is first in line to go. £350,000 a week is an absurd burden. At 33, he's slowing down. And in the Premier League, you need fresh legs. Who's taking him? Probably the Saudis, if United push hard enough. Antony, £100 million for what? A few stepovers and zero end product? He found some form at Betis, but seriously, who's paying even half of his original fee? This one's looking like a financial disaster. Sancho, bought for £73 million. Now they bite Chelsea's hand off for £22 million. A £50 million loss. Top-tier business right there. At least they'll free up some wages. Marcus Rashford. Now that's the big debate. Yeah, he flopped this season, but under Emery, he's actually playing again. Selling a homegrown talent for £40 million? That's a gamble. If he shines at Villa, United will be kicking themselves. So, what's next? Offloading these players is a step toward freedom. Clear the wage bill. Bring in fresh faces for Amorim'S system. Word is, United are hunting for a right-back, a number 10, and a striker. But do Ineos have the guts to follow through? Or is it just another summer of panic buys and £80 million wonder kids? One thing's for sure, this summer's gonna be wild. Let's see who comes out on top.